away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll give the Chiefs a first down.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. But other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They go play action here on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. Again, Smith. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Offensively, when you see cover 2.
On 4th down, it's Drew Kaiser on to kick it away for San Diego. They'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
2nd and 10, Smith again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Dwight Lowry. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Well, partner, I do know that.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And he'll give it here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, but they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the... And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So the Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on third down. Oh, look at the strength.
No.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he's on to punt for San Diego. This is brought in at the 21.
In the back, return team.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Airing one out from Macklin, deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
There's a good push to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed, the flat-out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was kind of interesting. It appears this coaching staff really trusts this rookie early in his career. They want to get him a touchdown here in his NFL debut.
Smith, and that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there with his... Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for San Diego. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes were being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit, but boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call, me and the head coach will agree to disagree, all right? But he knew he wanted to be aggressive there, as you pointed out. So I guarantee he told his defensive coordinator, have your guys up and ready. I'm going to go for it here. If we don't get it, just make sure they're ready to go out there and bail us out.
Throwing is Smith, and seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Here's Smith throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. And it's 3rd down. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He's got time. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Everything about that play tells.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. And quickly, they get to the line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
I see an extra DB on the field now for San Diego.
Yeah, indeed. He'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. 7 yards remain now on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Melvin Ingram. And partners.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advanced Week to get to your next game.
Set to host Super Bowl 51 on February 5th of next year as you take a look inside NRG Stadium here in Houston. Coming up, it's a rematch for last year's AFC wildcard round between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down.
And that's the way to get things started the first time you touch the football on the road. And you have to believe all week long, all they've talked about is, okay, going into a hostile environment. We're the visiting team. How do we take control of this ball game early? That's one way right there. No fear, guys. And if they had any, it's probably gone after that run.
Here's Smith now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Fresh set of downs here. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort. Here's Shane Leckler now. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. They find some open field here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. This is taken at his 4. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who could do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First-level defensive line, second-level linebackers, third-level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first-level run, and it was stopped by a second-level player.
Jonathan Joseph there for the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Well, partner, they might want to tear up their scouting reports a little bit here because they just broke tendency. third down, you don't ordinarily see a toss. They ran it, and they ran it really well and picked up a first down. I love the way.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. One receiver left, 3 to the right. On first down, Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Off of play action. Here's Smith. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Throwing again is Smith. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The reigning defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. Here we go on 4th. Smith looking deep downfield. And it is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th. It's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for Houston. Averaging over 50 yards of punt so far as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brad, wasn't that long ago that the guy playing that spot was an outside linebacker type of a guy. Now, as a defensive end, how about the speed that he used to get into the backfield and make the play?
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Loses losing yardage back at the 42. So certainly an interesting call. Now it's Novak on. He'll send this one away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll give it to him right up the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. But it was stopped on that play. We had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 11 on the gain there. Good enough for a Kansas City first down.
All the elements of what you want out of a play came together on that one. A really nice run, took care of the football, and even more importantly, taking the clock under 4 minutes now. At this stage of the game, how do you bleed out the clock?
And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll loop. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they're giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win 1 every now and then.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now hold every... Well, Charles, exciting to the...
Show me what you like. Hey, I put money, I can match it for ya. I'm in this all white, fit, looking like a brick and all them zippers on a jacket on ya. He got a thing for a Latin. He wanna hear a little Spanish in it? I told him it ain't practice it. I'm about to fill you up with Spanish. Rock up with the